What's going on YouTube? It's Ryan here, and today we're going to be talking about nutrition. Now, a lot of people get scared when they hear nutrition, right? They think about, I got to start losing weight, so I got to cut out all the carbs in my diet, and I got to really focus on getting as minimal food as possible in carbs in my diet. No fat, no sugar, nothing. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not entirely true. So, I want to talk about the main things that goes into my nutrition, what I really focus on when it comes to bodybuilding, and we're also going to, differentiate between what you should be doing for weight loss and for there's a big difference when it comes to what your goals are, what your nutrition is going to look like. So let's dive into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what your meals are going to look like. How often should you be eating? What diet is right for me? Again, we're not gonna focus on a diet per se, because when we talk about it as a diet, that becomes very daunting, right? That's this big task ahead of us. That's like, okay, I have to change everything about what I'm doing, and I can't eat this anymore. That's not what we're gonna be doing. So, the main three things that I focus on in my daily meals is how much protein am I getting, how much calories am I intaking, not carbs, how many calories I'm intaking, and when I am eating and when I feel the best to eat those meals. First thing I started off in the day is high protein and high glycemic index. All right, now my meal in the morning is 4 eggs, salt, and my protein shake. Okay, and the reason I start with that is because I'm getting about 25 grams of protein with my eggs. I don't do just the egg whites, but that is an option for people that are looking for lower calories, lower cholesterol, because the egg whites contains most of the protein there. I focus on getting that, and then my protein shake has just 8 ounces of milk with 2 scoops of whey protein. So combining the protein and the milk, it makes it about 58 grams of protein. So already in my morning, I'm getting about 75, 80 grams of protein. And that's taking care of a lot of the major part of my protein intake for the day. So I don't have to worry about fitting in protein towards the end of the day when I'm, more stressed for time. Now with that, the calories is very low. It's about 500 to 700 calories for that breakfast. It's very low, but it still gives me a good amount of energy with the salt and the egg intake, because like I said, I do the whole egg. I don't just take the egg whites out. That gives me a little bit more energy in the morning, and I like to go work out in the gym. I go for a run. I feel energized for work, things like that. And so when we're talking about how much you should be eating per meal, I think you're diving too far into it. If you're either just starting to get good at nutrition, you're really focusing on this is a new thing for you, and you're not a nutritionist or anything like that. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you that it is not about being as meticulous as possible. I started about 2 years ago. I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now. And these slight changes that I've been making have made the world of a difference. I'm now 175 pounds. I'm in much better shape than I was. And I never went on a no-carb, keto diet. That never happened. Never occurred. So it's not about going on these big diets. What it's about is focusing on the main parts of it. After breakfast, I either go to the gym, or before that, sometimes I'll go to the gym. And come lunchtime, I'll have either had one of these little protein bars. You can see, yeah, focus. There you go. One of these bad boys. 10 grams of protein, about 200 calories, and you're getting down, another 10 grams. You're marking these things down. And as you're eating and as you're taking into consideration how much you're eating in the day, I would be keeping track of how much calories they are and how much protein you're intaking. Because again, if you're weightlifting, you need to be getting enough protein in your diet, which is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That is, I weigh 175 pounds. I need to intake 175 grams of protein a day. Now, if your goal is weight loss, your protein intake is not as important. But protein keeps you more satiated. You will not need to eat as much because protein is more dense in its calories. You're getting more for less. And the main goal of weight loss is to be eating less calories than your maintenance, right? So let's talk about that for a second. Maintenance calorie intake is what keeps you at your current body condition. I eat 2,400 calories a day to maintain my body weight. That's with my muscle mass and my weight in fat. So if you are trying to lose weight, for my example, I would go down about 300 calories below maintenance to start. That's the baseline that I use to make me lose 50 pounds in a year. And, again, there's no magical way to do it overnight. I know people would on Instagram, whatever, social media would tell you, yeah, do this one trick and you'll lose 10 pounds in a week. It's not how it works, unfortunately. But it is simple. It's not easy. It is simple. So by lunchtime, I'm, still a little bit hungry now. I had my protein bar, my first one at least, and I'm looking to get more protein in my diet. I'm not looking for a super high calorie lunch as well, because a lot of the times it's the middle of the day, I'm getting things done, I'm on the move, and so sometimes I'll just have straight turkey, slices of turkey. I'll have 8 to 10 maybe, and then I'll have another one of those protein bars. Not having another protein shake, I save that for later, but for the turkey, if you're looking for more calories, you're trying to fill in that little bit more, you feel more hungry at lunchtime, make it into a sandwich. Add cheese to it, add bread, whatever you want to add. These little things can add calories to your day if you're trying to. So each slice of turkey is about 5 grams of protein. So you're eating about 4 or 5 of those, 20 to 25 grams of protein. That's another knocked off the day. And again, the goal is we're reaching our protein goals and we're reaching our calorie goals. And so at this point, you're probably thinking, oh, I have to change my whole diet. I can't eat this, that, the other anymore. It's not about that. What it's about is changing little things at a time so that your body gets used to the change and it becomes more maintainable for you. Because dieting and losing weight and gaining mass is about discipline. It's not about going on a keto diet for 2 weeks and then I'm going to magically lose all my belly fat. Not how it works. The way it works is I changed little things a day. I would actually eat a breakfast. I used to not eat breakfast, and I'm losing out on an entire meal of protein and calories, and I couldn't lose the weight or gain the mass because at the time I was focused on both losing weight and muscle growth. So it makes it a lot easier and less daunting on your body, because if you take out all the sugar and all the fat and all the calories from your diet all at once, you are not going to be able to accomplish anything in a day. You're going to be so tired, you're going to not be successful in work, you're not going to have good workouts, and you're just going to feel dead all day long. So change little things at a time. If you eat a pint of ice cream at the end of the day, every day, maybe you want to cut back on that a little bit. I still eat sugary things. I still indulge in cookies and cupcakes, whatever. I do still eat that. Pizza is my favorite food to eat. Burgers, things like that. And I still maintain a aesthetic body and a healthy body, not because I am not eating those foods at all, but because I'm eating them in scarcity and in times when I have that excess calories that I haven't eaten that day. Because everybody thinks that if you just cut out carbs or you cut out fat in your diet and sugar, you'll magically lose weight. But yet they're eating 1,000 calories over their maintenance in a day. I wonder why you're not losing weight. It's about making the maintenance amount of calories or less, right? So you can't just do one of these magic diets and not change the amount of food you're eating and lose weight. Not how it works. The reason why people say that is because fat amounts for more calories per its density. So carbs and protein account for 4.5 calories, right? Or fat is 9 calories, okay? So that's why a lot of people and nutritionists will be, all these people that swear by their fat loss routines. Oh, cut out all fat in your diet and you're going to lose weight. Well, or cut out all carbs, but it's like, just because you cut out the carbs and you're still eating the fat and too much calories, you're not going to lose weight. So all these diets, while they may help, it's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem is eating too many calories in a day. And so by dinner time, let's talk about my dinner, I do meal preps where I make a full chicken breast with rice, stereotypical, but I'll add a sauce to it if I'm bulking, which currently I am. So I'll add maybe barbecue sauce, some hot sauce, whatever you want to add, and then I have vegetables with it. And again, we're tracking these calories, because if I'm not making my minimum calorie intake per day, I'm not going to be gaining the weight I want to gain. Or for you, if you're losing weight, you need to be being under your maintenance and hitting the calories that you want to be hitting and then stopping there. But again, chicken breast is about 50 grams of protein, 58. I'll put it up on the screen. And that's a large amount, and then I'm getting another protein shake in, and that's another 50. And so I'm getting at or above that 175 grams of protein that I'm supposed to be hitting in a day, so I'm good to go. Now, if you're on a diet, again, not as important if you're not going for muscle growth. But again, protein keeps you more satiated. So if you're eating dinner and then afterwards you're feeling hungry, you have these cravings that, oh, I need to eat something. What do you go to eat? The quickest and easiest things that you can get to, which is ice cream, sweets, things that are packaged, processed, which have more calories. And that's why people say to not eat processed foods, because processed foods are more calorie dense. And that's where they come in, because you can eat 2-3 cookies and boom, that's 600 calories that you didn't account for already in your day. So again, and that's the moral of the story. Making sure if your goal, know what your goals are first, and then based on that, say if you're trying to lose weight, knowing what your maintenance calorie intake is, taking about 300 calories off of that in a day and adjusting your food slightly, not a large amount, because again, you're gonna go crazy. Don't change it too much and you'll be just fine. And it takes time. It is simple, but it's not easy. That's the part that I like to preach the most. Yes, it is simple, not easy. It's no losing weight is easy for anybody. I know people would like to tell you it's easy, but it's not. And it's simple. It's just little changes you have to make, but you have to be willing to be disciplined enough to make those changes in your daily life. Because yeah, it's very easy to, I'll add protein bars to my diet. It's very hard to take that bottle of wine out of your diet or that pint of ice cream at the end of the day. If you can't make those changes, you're not going to lose the weight. Same with gaining weight and gaining muscle. If you're not willing to count the calories and count how much protein you're intaking, you're not going to gain muscle at a expedited rate. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. Make sure we're really focusing on what we need to be eating, how much grams of protein we're eating, how many calories we're intaking throughout the day. And if you do all of that, you really focus on that and you start that little change here and there, not just completely switching over to a new diet, you'll lose the weight or you'll gain that mass just fine. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm going to be focused on getting a couple more videos out a little bit sooner than later. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and leave a comment down below if you're currently on any diet, if you've been losing weight recently or you've been gaining a lot of muscle. I love hearing about the progress other people are making. So let me know down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Push further beyond.